Hey everybody, welcome back to Invisible Ink, Part 2. Let's continue our game from last time, and as a quick catch-up from last time, it was our first level, we went over here to India, and we picked up Banks. So now we've got 3 people strong on our team. Good amount of reputation, decent amount of credits. So what do we have around us here? We've got Nanofab Vestibule, and that we can spend a lot of money to buy some cool stuff, some better guns. Kind of a big thing you'll need towards the end of the game is the ability to pierce armor, and so we can do that there, but we don't have a ton of money. Server farm, we can upgrade Incognita, which from the way it kind of describes it here, Incognita can repurpose them for her own use. Kind of makes the computer sound like she's like an AI, female AI, which is pretty cool. And another detention center, so we'll definitely want to head over there eventually. And experimental top-of-the-line items from R&D. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking we'll hit Bangkok first because it's only guarded, which is the lowest level of guardedness. And then sweep all the way over to the left and pick up all 3 of these. Yeah, let's do that.
It looks like we found a hole in their security here.
Okay, so this is what the Nanofab Vestibule looks like. So we'll run over there, pick that up, have a good time. So, got our loading screen, which I actually think is pretty cool kind of loading screen. It's just HTML, so it's not like super fancy leet coding stuff, but it's kind of cool. And what do we have here? 3 agents, middle of the room, nothing too fancy yet. I'll scan around, see if there's any. No cameras. And we'll run over here, peek through this door. Elevator, nice. So we found our exit really early, which is super useful to have. Information is power, so we'll run over here, peek through this door, and there are only 1 door. We got to really peek through all the doors, which is nice. Okay, so we found these is where guards will be spawning later. This is a locked door, which Banks will be awesome to get through because she won't need a pass card since that's her special ability. And no doors over here. I guess Banks will be following Deckard this way. And just to be super diligent, I'm going to just make sure there's nothing else here. Which is a little bit of waste of movement points, but good to be sure. And we'll go on melee reaction just in case a guard just pops through here. Beep. Boop. Okay, so Deckard is going to... Okay. Deckard is going to run through this door. Actually, we'll peek real quick. Okay, nothing. Okay, so Deckard will go down this way. He'll peek through this door. Ooh, we do have something here. So we'll hack the power supply. We could hack the turret and then it'll start murdering people, but that will make our alarm go up and we'll have to pay the bill for that later, literally and metaphorically, which is not great. Close this door. And Banks will hang out over here. Open this door, give it a little quick peeky. Ooh, there's something else here too. And International will come catch up with the rest of the crew. We'll leave this door open. It's not really a big deal either way. And hey, Pepper. And yeah, let's go through here. Okay, cool. So we have a console that International can hijack from far away. But I don't really want to do that until I start spending more energy or power elsewhere. Because we're going to get +1 power per turn anyways. So if I hack that, that'll put us over and we'll end up wasting some power, which is not optimal. And let's take some cover over here. It doesn't really look like cover at all, does it? Let's take some cover over here then. And everyone's out of AP, so we're good here. So we want to find the Nanofab Vestibule. We want to open this door. I think there's probably a camera here. So we can do a quick peek. Yeah, there's a camera. Hack this guy. Run through. I probably should have closed that door. There's another camera. So getting some good eyes around here. And I could run through there, but then I don't have any cover, so I'm not going to do that. So Deckard will come by here. And he probably will just be joining Banks. This looks very linear at the moment. I don't really see any other ways to go. So International is going to play the catch-up game. So she will be over here. Deckard is going to open this door. Ah, this door went somewhere totally different, which is cool, and now we can keep them on separate paths, running in parallel. So this is a little scary, because now Deckard's exposed. And I'm pretty sure that's a camera. Ooh, that's totally not a camera at all. And this console database, see more consoles around. Really didn't get that much info on consoles. But I could close this door, and the next turn around we'll just run up and just clonk this guy on his big fat face. Which, nothing wrong with having a big fat face. Nothing wrong with that at all. What's International gonna do? I think she's just gonna chill out over here. And Banks is... I think she's also going to chill out. She can get right in front of that door and get in the melee reaction. So in case someone comes in, she can pop them. Okay. Hey, sweetie. Wow. So, this guy looks like he's just stationary. He's kind of just hanging out. Which is exactly what we want. We'll come in here and we'll just give him a whack. And maybe he will have a pass card. Yay! And ammo. And money. Gold. He's a gold mine of guards. Kind of am hoping I had that syringe that Banks had and I could knock this guy out longer, but that's okay. Ooh. That was a little risky, but that's okay. We'll hack the safe. Hopefully we'll find some money on it, and we'll try to collect as much money as we can so we can really get the most out of that nano fab. Vestibule. That's our word of the day. Vestibule. And we'll peek through here. Ooh. More stuffs. Get some more power over here. Probably call it. We'll figure out where International is going. So, something we've also been talking about is this is kind of super experimental. So how do we keep this interesting for you, the viewer, aside from just playing the game, which of course is pretty fun. Close this door. I don't want to get distracted while I'm rambling. While I'm rambling, I've got 2 doors over here. Yeah, it's really just it, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do that. Close this door. Banks will keep over here. International is good. Yeah, so things to keep this interesting on top of playing the game. There's kind of a lot of other people that play these games online. There's Northern Lion, he's super hilarious, probably a lot funnier than I am, so... Who's the guy over there? Oh, I wasn't paying attention because I was rambling. Yeah, let's steal some stuff out of here. A little bit of money. And I stupidly left that door open, so when this guy comes up, I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. Ooh. I should have kept an eye on that security camera, too. And that safe is open. And I can resume rambling momentarily. Money. Ooh, corporate intelligence, too. Okay, so corporate intelligence is nice. It'll give us some reputation when we get back. And that is a good thing. Contributes to our overall score at the end. So, this guy would have said he's not going to be thrilled, so I'll have him cover over here. And International will follow from afar. So kind of some stuff we've been throwing around is we being the plural form of me. Is like talking about like comics, talking about other stuff. You can hear me talking to my cat, which I'm sure nobody wants to actually hear on the internet. So probably could just talk about comic stuff. Yeah, everyone's actually pretty good here. Out of movement points on everyone except for Banks, who's in a good spot. So, this week, we picked up Original Sin number 8 of 8. So that's the last issue, and I'm going to be, oh god, this guy is looking the wrong way. I'm gonna bop him over the head again. Sorry, buddy. Bam. Bad day for you. So I'm gonna be spoiling the heck out of that. So if you don't want me to spoil that for you, you should go read it and then come back and keep watching this. So, ooh, there's another dude here. He looks pretty stationary. Wait, maybe he'll be running around here. So, big point, here's the nanofab. And that's the point of this mission altogether, is fabbing some stuff. So I'm going to give these people a bit of exposure, which is not great, but it's okay. Leave Banks sitting on him so he's not going to start waking up soon. Call that. And just kind of scrolling down a little bit. Yeah, this guy's just running back and forth. So he's basically stationary. And do a quick little peeky. Ooh, stuff to hack. And this guy is stationary. So I'm going to play the usual game where I open this door to lure out this guy. Like, oh, here I am. Don't mind little old me. Melee reaction. And Deckard has a recharged neural disruptor, so he can plow through this door. Where are you going to go next? Ooh. I'm going to move Deckard right here, hack this nanofab, and then I can buy some stuff. Holy shit, that is a lot of stuff. Oh my god. I don't know what like most of this stuff does. I haven't really bought any augments ever. Shots and melee ignore 1 point of armor. Oh my god, that's great. Torque injector. It triggers when I use an inventory item and I get 3 AP. That's okay. Knock out all enemies in a small area around this agent. That's pretty good. It's like cloak. That's nice. This effect triggers after any incognita has broken all of the ice on any firewall. I don't know what ice is and why it would be on a firewall. That sounds cool. Government pistol, volt disruptor. Oh my god, that kind of sounds cool too. All the stuff sounds really cool. Consumes 3 power, but no cooldown. This stuff looks really good. Neural phaser. Ooh, armor piercing, which was the whole point of this mission. I don't need you, I don't need you. I don't need you? Renders the user invisible for a turn. Can't be used. Okay. Paralyzer is fine. EMP is detonates at the end of the turn when primed. Disables mainframe devices entering its charges. Collecting ray, accelerator chip. Is it a console? Ooh. Okay, so what are we going to do here? So I really wanted the neural disruptor too. Because that'll pierce some armor, which I'm going to need for a while. That's this first one. And then I'm going to probably want something else later. So this one is really good, this piercing scanner. So I'm going to probably knock this dude out. I'm going to need to steal a bunch of money from people. So I'm going to have to go on melee, and everyone's just going to get beaten up and robbed just to death. Because this is like the best stuff I've ever seen in a nanofab. So Banks is going to probably just keep sitting on this guy. Because I don't want him waking up. I could just run, unlock this door, and then run back. Which is kind of a little silly. So why not? Oh, I'm not going to be able to run back. I'll play it safe. Not going to do that. Just to double check, you're on melee reaction, you're on melee reaction, and you're good. So, Original Sin 8 came out this week. And so basically, the Original Sin crossover, or big event from Marvel. Oh, this guy totally walked right by me. It's been their big event going on for the last few months. I think I can come whack this guy real quick. The Watcher got assassinated or murdered a few months ago. So it's kind of been like a murder mystery. It's been written by Jason Aaron, pretty awesome writer. He did really good stuff on Thor. Wolverine and the X-Men, I like Thor better, but they're both really solid. Mike Diodato, I think is how you pronounce it, does solid art, love it. They should just put him on everything because he's amazing. Ooh, pass card. I'm going to peek here. Peeky peeky. Ooh, another nanofab. Hack the shit out of these things. And let's see if I can buy more stuff. I think this is really the end of the level. I don't see any other places to go to. So this is usually what a nanofab looks like. Kind of not a whole lot of stuff, maybe. Piercing scanner, that was really cool. A government pistol shoots at an enemy, but doesn't really have armor piercing, so I don't want that. Ammo, I am supposed to be stealthy, so I'm not going to get ammo. Med gel, we already have. Oracle, take over a random camera on the level. That sounds pretty good. But I don't have the money for it. So what you going to do? I'll get the money over here, actually. So I'm going to hang out here in the open, but I've already knocked out all the dudes. So I should be okay. I don't think I'm really getting a whole lot more money except from that safe, maybe like 200 bucks. So I'm going to keep sitting on this guy. And this is going to be a problem. This guy's going to wake up in a little while. So I'm thinking International will run over here, pop up in the safe, take some money. I will run like hell, buy something here, try to see if I can sit on this guy. And I probably won't be able to, so I'll run back here, sit on him. Banks will sit on him, spend one turn there. Something like that. And then we'll be good. So, Original Sin 8 came out. It's pretty good. Definitely recommended it. It's a very quiet event series, so it's not like a huge amount of action. It's kind of been styled as like a murder mystery, which is... Oh, I should have ran this turn. Different than usual, and in a good way. Definitely recommend picking it up. I'm at $758. I'm going to run. I'm going to see what to buy here. So $758, I can get that piercing scanner, which I really wanted. Or I can get this EMP pack, which might help against drones and other things. But it detonates at the end of the turn, so I don't know if that means I lose it or not. So that might suck, or it might be really awesome. I have never really ran up against drones yet, so I don't really know. But I will use this piercing scanner, because that looks really cool. Yeah, that's nice. And, okay, now I'm going to begin booking it, as we say. So I'm going to close this door behind me so this guy doesn't get too suspicious when he wakes up. I'm going to go sit on this guy, so the International is safe. And Banks is going to keep sitting on this guy. And then basically everyone is going to book it to the exit. And fingers crossed, I'm going to risk goofing up my karma here by saying that this is actually going pretty smooth. A lot smoother than normal. Like I'm on normal mode, and I kind of expected this to be harder. But, famous last words, right? Yeah, my turn. So we found out who murdered the Watcher. We kind of had some hints coming here and there, but it actually got resolved in a really cool way. Spoiler, it was totally Nick Fury, but not in the way that you would think. So that was awesome. Okay, here's my elevator. Let's circle this thing backwards. I basically just have to get back to the beginning room. Kind of can't see the door very easily. But I need to get back here, here. Basically, really everyone needs to be running. And I don't really care how much noise this generates because everyone is awesome and has knocked out all the guards. So how do I get back here as fast as possible? I'm going to come through here, here, here is what I'm thinking. So book it. Book it, book it, book it. And International, when she comes by here, she'll be able to cut this automatically for us, so don't worry about that. Deckard is blocking International, so he's going to need to go next. So we saw Original Sin, we saw our bad guys kind of described as Z-list bad guys, the Orb, and Dr. Midas, and the Exterminatrix, and they all were actually kind of surprisingly cool. Never read any stuff with them in it before, so they were kind of cool bad guys. kind of all the bad guys this time were not super powerful, so that's also kind of cool and different than usual. Like we're going to see coming up next month in October in Axis, we're going to see the Red Skull with Professor Xavier's brain, which is not spoilers because that came out a while ago when that happened. So he's going to be crazy Looney Tunes powerful, and he's just going to wreck everybody's shit, and that's going to be very awesome. And whereas really Dr. Midas, Exterminatrix, Orb, all these guys kind of get goofed up pretty good by the Avengers, who have been described as like the strongest Avengers team ever, which I would agree with. So really, there's not much that can take them down. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, except for Red Skull and his super badass crew. And also, wink, wink, like them falling apart on the inside, which may also happen. And I'm trying not to, oh god, that's gotta be the camera. And I could turn off that camera, but I'm not, because my power transfers over between levels. So I want to save this power for the next level. So all the bad guys kind of got taken care of pretty much. The Orb got one of the Watcher's eyes, so now he's pretty powerful. But he still is kind of like a creepy weirdo, which is cool. Deckard is going to be running this way. The Exterminatrix bailed with Dr. Midas' hand, so she will be back for more troublemaking in the future. And Dr. Midas is totally dead. And Nick Fury murdered him, and Nick Fury became this cool the unseen. So he has been chained to the moon, and he will be forever, not really forever, but for a while he will be watching, which is kind of an ironic twist because he was actually the opposite of that for most of the series, and we learned that actually he's been meddling and protecting the Earth from all this secret stuff, kind of like in an Illuminati kind of way, like we saw in New Avengers, where really they're taking on threats that the world can't know about and doesn't want to see and doesn't really care about in this very unethical, gray area kind of way. But we could talk about that more next time, since we are done here. So I actually handled that very nicely. Kept most of the guards neutralized most of the time, didn't kill anybody, saw almost the entire map, bought some awesome stuff in the from the NanoFab. Like, that was way better than I expected. I don't have really a ton of money to upgrade Banks to stealth like I wanted to, so that's going to have to wait till next time, but really that kind of got handled very nicely. So, ton of reputation, that really could not have went better. So, until then, thanks for coming by. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button, let me know what you think about comic book stuff, and if we should keep doing this in the future. Thanks!